What is going on, you guys? It is Eric from the Anabolic, and today I'm here to bring you the top 5 exercises for wider shoulders, aka your lateral delts, also called your middle or side delts. Let's jump right into the first exercise with the dumbbell side raise, also called the dumbbell lateral raise. Now, in this exercise, the common misconception is that you need to keep your arm fully extended. That is absolutely not the case. All you have to do is give yourself a slight bend in your arm and make sure that your elbow is staying above your wrists at all times. It doesn't have to be a dramatic amount, but enough to the point where the elbow is still over the wrist. We want to focus on squeezing the weight and not relaxing at either the top or the bottom, because that will take the tension off the muscle if you reach a certain point. So we want to stop at about shoulder height when we get up to that point. And at the bottom, we don't want to spend too much time down there, because that is no tension on the muscle in that part of the movement. Second on the list is the hanging dumbbell side raise. Now, with this exercise, you want to find something that you can hang on to make your body at about a 30 to 45 degree angle. This will help you keep tension on the muscle during this exercise and stimulate it in a different way other than the 2-arm dumbbell side raise that we saw before, whereas the bottom of the movement keeps a little bit more tension, and it also keeps a little bit more tension on the top part of the movement, because we aren't allowed to keep those elbows up as much during this exercise. It also gives you somewhere to push off from. That way the exercise is a little bit less awkward. Number 3, we have the dumbbell power side raise. Now, this is a great exercise for overloading that side or lateral delt. So you want to find something you can grab on. You want to bend over slightly, not to the point where it is working your rear delt, but we're keeping that tension on the side delt. The way you can tell that this is happening is by making sure that your side delt, if you feel it, is pointing right up towards the ceiling. Now, with this exercise, you are obviously able to overload because you're grabbing onto something and using a little bit of momentum to get that weight up, but making sure we're also focusing on the contraction so we're not just swinging the weight. Number 4 on the list is the dumbbell wide grip upright row. Now, I know upright rows get a bad rep for causing shoulder impingement, but with the dumbbell wide grip upright row, it is almost completely avoided because of the range of motion due to the exercise and the type of equipment you're using. So when you're using the dumbbell, you can only go pretty much up to your chest, keeping that wrist in a nice straight line, which will help avoid getting that shoulder impingement. Just because your wrist needs to be nice and straight, as soon as you feel your wrist start to flip over, so when your wrist is basically coming up, that is when you cause a shoulder impingement. So with the dumbbell wide grip upright row, we are keeping it just up to the chest, keeping that tension on that side delt. You will notice a difference with this exercise. Number 5 on the list is behind cable side raise. I want to make sure I included some sort of cable or machine work into this video, not just all free weights. So when you walk up to the cable machine, you want to make sure that the cable is sitting behind your back. You want to start on that same side glute. So we're going to keep our upper body nice and relatively straight. We're coming up, keeping that elbow above the wrist. Yet again, with any side raise or side delt movement, you want to make sure that elbow is higher than the wrist. Same concept applies here to the other side raises we have done, but this is going to keep constant tension on the muscle versus the plane of gravity with the free weights. But the cable keeps the constant tension throughout the entire movement, which makes it a great option to add to your side delt routine. So to maximize the effectiveness of these exercises, please perform 1 to 2 exercises per workout, about 2 to 4 sets each, again in that bodybuilding rep range of 8 to 12 reps. And you want to do this about 1 to 2 times per week. 2 times per week is definitely optimal. And make sure you do this after your compound movement. So if it's a shoulder day, after your overhead press or push press, or whatever you do for your overhead pressing movements, or even on a push day after your pressing movements in general. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to stay tuned for more good content coming from us, the Anabolic Aliens, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.